Hello, and welcome back. Guys, my name is Ebony. If you're new, welcome. Today we're looking at the energy of the 777 portal. You will see your timestamps listed below for the cards selected here. And when you're ready, simply navigate to that time section, which will be down in the description as well as in the pinned comments. Guys, wasting no time. If anything resonates with you guys today, please remember to like the video, show your support by doing so, and especially with the nature of how things are changing out there and the algorithms. If you're a real person and you're watching my video and you happen to come across it, a like really does help. Lets me know that my video resonates with you. And drop me a comment or a little heart emoji or something like that, just to let me know. Alright guys, I will see you shortly. Take a moment to meditate on the energy, and I will see you at your section. Hello, pile number 1. If you're here, you were drawn to the image of this card. Okay, this is from the Royal Dark Tarot, and the 7 energy that you pulled today is the 7 of Pentacles. Now, due to certain obligations on YouTube, I have to be very limited in how I show this card, but we understand. Okay, 7 of Pentacles. You felt invisible for a very long time. Some of you, I don't know if you're being called to wear shields of protection, or you do. There could be certain like cloaks or jackets or things of that nature. If you know, you know, or you're familiar with wearing certain items of clothing, or clothing is significant to you, that help to shield your auric field, stuff like that. But I'm getting the sense, and this particularly with the meaning of this particular 7 of Pentacles, it's you, she's taking off part of the jacket, part of her shoulder is bare. It's like she's taking off this shield, this cloak of protection. I feel you doing that, collective. I feel like you want to integrate with the world again. And that's heavily what this card is even talking about. It is a desire to integrate with your surroundings in a physical way, in a very physical way, with it being a pentacle. I feel like you're also kind of feeling safe to do so. I feel you reclaiming a sense of power back in yourself. Much needed. You could be blonde, or have blonde hair. Obviously, you don't have to, I'm just noticing. Or like silver hair, silver highlights. You could obviously be an earth sign, with it being of the pentacle realm, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or have that heavily aspected in your chart. There's also something about the body, maybe a wanting or a desire to want to show yourself and feeling comfortable doing so, no matter your shape, no matter your size, no matter your color, your ethnicity, anything of that nature. I feel like you want to show yourself. I'll actually like this energy for you. It is actually a desire to reveal you. And you're feeling the call. You're feeling the call to do so. It's lovely. Some of you have hidden under clothing. I'm getting that. And some of you, don't get me wrong, you were just in doing so. You've learned how to cloak yourself and protect yourself. But for whatever reason, and whatever reason you chose this pile, I strongly feel the need to say that your time to reveal yourself is approaching, if you're not already doing so, and if you're not already feeling confident in doing so. So embrace that. Embrace this. You could also be buying new clothes here soon. Alright, we're going to do some psychometry. See what the charms would like to tell you. Ooh. Got a ring on my thumb here. Right on there. See, okay, rings. Certain rings are essential. This particular ring to me kind of resembles like bones, like a spine almost. Like vertebrae. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing vertebrae. Okay. So again, it's very much to do with the body. You have a masculine ring here too, we'll get to it. Maybe you want to look good for an event, or you will be dressing up. You want to look presentable. With rings here too, this could be in regards to marriage. Maybe you're getting married. Whatever this is, it went right on, it's on your life path, because the thumb is your Olympus Mons here. It's the thumb in general is not a finger. That's right. The thumb is not a finger. It's a phalange. Phalange. You're doing something in the study of bones. Maybe you're doing like you could be a chiropractor, something like that. Maybe you study bones, or there's something about bones digging. Could even be like paleontology or something like that. Maybe you just went to go see Jurassic Park, or you the new one too, or maybe you've been on a dinosaur kick. There's something about examining the bones, examining the structure of you. You're about it, or someone's about it for you, like this examination of the body, of the human vessel. Are you a good candidate? Good candidate for what? A candidate. Feeling very presidential with that word for some reason. Okay. A candidacy? Maybe your name is Candace. Candace. 331 on my clock. Now, 331 is not a friend. 331 is not a friend. Please remember that. Not a friend. 331. Okay? 133 is a friend. 331 is not a friend. Okay. You are reliving, recovering from, many of you who are drawn to this pile are recovering from a trauma. You're releasing that right now. You are literally releasing it. And I want you to call upon this. We'll read you an oracle at the very end. You're releasing a past trauma that you recently went through. in a situation where you did not feel safe, which is why you were shielding yourself in the first place. I feel like you did not feel safe. You did not feel safe to even show up for you, or let alone others, for you, most importantly. But now I really feel, and I feel the emphasis to say, now you do. Now you do, collective. Sorry, I'm spending a lot of time on the ring. They tend to get me that way. This could also be like from a masculine, because the rings are separated here. Obviously, you've got a lot of money coming into you. Or if this is a masculine, this person could also have a name beginning with the letter J. Number 8. 8 is significant. 8 is a cycle. 8 can also be karmic. It's saying abundance, though. You could be a life path 8. You've got something about foreign money. You could be finding money or receiving money. Maybe you work worth... You don't have to. If you're to your native land, then obviously this is the currency of your home country. I don't know, and I forget. This particular coins feel Romania. I've just got Romania. It actually says Romania here on the coin. You could be from Romania. So this is Romanian money. Romania. Okay. So I'm seeing, I just heard like the Olympics in my mind. The Olympics. Rings are significant, like the rings of the Olympics. Maybe you're going to the Olympics. Maybe you're an Olympian. Could be. We also have face down the letters. We have 1,000 and 100. We have a gold and silver. You could be a gold and silver medalist as well. Or you will be. Gold and silver. Okay. You're bringing home the gold and the silver. Maybe in the 100 and the 1,000. There's no 1,000 meter dash if you're like, I'm seeing track all of a sudden. You're doing stuff for the body, getting your body in shape. You're putting a lot of emphasis on your body. I also feel the need to tell you. We have Z and P, the other two letters here. 10 and 3, all adding up to 21, which is a world cycle, right? A cycle. A world stage. You're about to rejoin the world as a new version of yourself. You're shedding an old skin. You might be finding a lot of like exoskeletons and snake skins, things of that nature. Could be. You don't have to. You've got my legendary service pig pendant. Something about a pendant too. I was getting like a presidency. You know, most presidents or people who are political, they wear like a pendant of the flag of their country on their lapel. I'm getting something like that. He was face down though. Legendary service. You could be born in the year of the pig. Dealing with someone who is. I'm seeing you've got some rings you're gonna collect. This is great. This is wonderful. Okay, but the pig was face down. Be wary of greed. Okay? And you may not want to eat pork at this time, or maybe you don't. If you're from Romania, I don't know what views are about those sorts of things, but maybe if you're looking at diet, stuff like that, stuff that will make you slim or will just make you feel better, maybe you're just avoiding like pork and things of that nature, okay? You also finally have the masculine ring here. This masculine, you're having a hard time making a choice, but you were also seeing into the future. You were having a premonition about a future that you haven't even arrived at yet. And you might be having those. So, and if you are a masculine in particular watching, you're going to do this thing, whatever this is, and you will be very successful. I promise you, you will be. I don't make promises. You will be. I'm literally seeing it. It's about this stepping into your authenticity. You don't have to have every step figured out along the way. You don't have to know necessarily the ins and outs. You just got to show up and do the work. Seven of Pentacles is, showing up every day, waiting. It's a waiting game, right? But it's the fruits of your labor as well, right? Waiting for a harvest. Rejoining the world. It's not quite time yet. I feel like you're working at something for the long term. So keep up the effort. Keep up the effort of what it is that you're doing. Okay. I'm going to read you the energy of the Oracle, 7, and we're going to call it a day. We're sticking with 7 today, so let's read you the 7th card as well. We have deep breath, a deep breath, collective. I made a decision today to be very intentional. Also, I wanted to choose the energy myself. Because I can. Because you can as well. Yes, the divine plays a role, but the divine also wants you to remember your power in this. It's not up to fate. You have a choice. I feel like telling you, and I think you already know, you have a choice in this. Always. Always. So, take a deep breath. Okay? And we have the Buddha. Face of the Buddha here. Okay. A deep breath. A genuine expectation of danger. Projection of a threat without substance. Fight or flight mode. Inability to focus. Trusting in the universe as a way to release fear. Fear is asking for your attention and healing right now. You or another are operating from the position of fear. If you also see red flags, you might be headed toward genuine danger. Perhaps repeating a lesson you don't need to learn again. You can honor this kind of fear by saying thank you and protect yourself by choosing another path. In this moment, you have all it takes to make this shift. If, on the other hand, the fear surrounds the idea of taking a risk, be mindful. Radical trust and accepting the discomfort of the new is called for as you move out of your comfort zone. Ask for courage to take a leap into the unknown and know that all will be well. But know that all will be well doesn't mean all you have come to expect. Stories from the past may be molding your expectations right now and causing fear based on anticipated hurt. Don't isolate yourself or fall for the false idea that life is too painful and engaging with it should be avoided. How about loving that side of you that is afraid? Acting out and causing all this unnecessary commotion. You will never be happy if this small part of you controls your life, as it will if you allow it. However, remember to be gentle with yourself and others. Once you let go and relax into your life, everything looks brighter and friendlier. Today, choose love over fear. You'll be amazed when you do. Okay? There is a truth in that. And like I said, I stand by what I said. I feel you embracing all aspects of yourself in this. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. You've been in that state before. But it's not necessarily that it's not going with you until this next chapter. It's that you know how to handle it. You know how to work with it. It's not something you have to be afraid of. Alright, pile number 1. I hope you found messages here. I love you guys so much. Please remember to like the video if anything did resonate with you. I will see you next time. If you feel like you have more messages, then stay tuned for the next piles. I'll see you soon. Take care. Hello, pile number 2. Alright, so for this energy section, you guys chose the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups from the Golden Art Tarot. This might be the Golden Universal. I can't remember. What is it? Yeah, the Universal. Okay. Something about memory is important here. And with it being the 7 of Cups, which can speak to confusion and illusion, there might be something about recalling a memory or recalling a dream. I'm feeling that for you guys. You're trying to piece together your dreams, actually. Of late, your dreams have been rather interesting. You have elements in your dreams that kind of don't even really make any sense. Stuff from your past lives is also coming up, or even people that are from past lives. I'm specifically seeing like ancestry. This could be any ancestry. It could even be like a certain African ancestry, whether that's from Egypt or even like or Druid or something like that. And it doesn't have to be the case. You could even find, and you don't have to be of color to recognize those things. You'll know what resonates with you. It's almost like what I'm seeing in my mind is someone, for instance, like you could be Caucasian, okay, but you're having dreams about African ancestry. Either because it's in your birth chart somewhere or because you just are. There's something linking you back there. And it doesn't have to be African. It could be Asian. It could be... It's something about your roots and your foundation. A heritage. You also are my dreamers. You definitely are my dreamers, but only simply because you chose the 7 of Cups. You daydream a lot. Daydreaming your future into the future. As you should. This is the time to dream. This is the time to visualize. Pile 2. There's nothing you necessarily have to do at this time. I don't feel that. I don't feel an urgency. I'm not feeling an urgency with anyone here, honestly. It's like you have an option in front of you and you may or may not take it. You may just want to examine it for a little while. And that's okay. You have choices. You have options in the first place. If someone's trying to rush you into a decision, that might be the cause of concern, as a matter of fact. Maybe you need to spend a little time before you make some sort of decision. Also, we're in Mercury retrograde, I do believe, at the time of me filming this on the 7/7 portal, so don't make rush decisions right now. just observe, Observe. I feel like that's what you're doing. You're observing. You're taking a step back and you're just becoming more observant, more aware. Your perspective could be changing as well. I don't want to state the obvious in a lot of things, but you could also be watching something that you're watching or listening to is pulling forth these dreams, maybe something you're listening to or watching subliminally. I'm getting subliminals with you. Subliminals. You guys are my people who also like to use substances as a way to check out or even to check in sometimes. You may be really clear though about what your true intention is with that. Okay. You had something in your grasp and then it fell off. Also, I feel like something was going to take action with you, but then when they found out a certain truth or you revealed something or you found out something, then they pulled back all of a sudden. That's what it feels like. It's almost like the more you dig and observe, the more you gather the truth. You see past the illusion. You're just not fooled by it. Then someone releases their grip. Oh, you had a lot. But I just said someone in here uses substances, and I just pulled my Grand Marnier orange liqueur bottle. Someone drinks. Or, again, uses some form of substance. You may want to not at this time if you know it's altering your perception in some way. Or it turns you into something you don't like about yourself, maybe. You could be having lower back pain. Maybe you're connected to pile 1. Might be messages for you there. You could need to get an adjustment of some kind, or something about that. Or oranges, you needing more orange, vitamin C. Vitamin C, take vitamins in general. Maybe you're sober or getting sober, or you're trying to use this momentum in this time to do so, or yeah. And please don't take this if you imbibe respectfully and respectively, what's the word? Safely, responsibly. There we go. The R word. The R's. The R's have it. The R's have it. Your name, obviously, could begin with an R. Okay. Our letters are X and Y. How interesting. X, Y chromosomes. So if you're an XY, you're male. You are male, my dears. So, is it a question of our identity? Gender? Sex? That sort of thing? 8 and 4 is 12. 12 is the hanged man, right? Seeing a different perspective, or it's changing. You revealed something about yourself to another person, and they changed their mind about you. You might have even revealed a sexual preference or an identity, and maybe the other person didn't. The energy pulled back from you. I know that much. Or you pulled back from the energy when someone revealed something to you. Take it as it see fits. I'm just painting it both ways. Someone pulled back from the energy that was presented. Got it. Okay. You have the number 3. 3. 3 is creativity. So you are male wanting to be female. 3 is feminine. 3 is feminine. Or again, you're gonna maybe we're gonna be seeing issues around that coming up. Pay attention to that. I just heard London Bridge is falling down. That's for somebody. I've been hearing that channeled message though. I don't know what it is. I'll have to do another deep dive into it. London Bridge is falling down. Okay. 3. My fair lady. Build me up with wood and clay. Wood and clay. Something like that. You have a bow. Bow, you're heavily admired. You're admired. Or you admire the female sex in some way. Or someone admires you. But it was under my saw here. And we have a T-Rex here. It looks like something... This T-Rex looks like his head is being sawed off by this saw. A predator? Predator? A predator? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So we're crossing lines here, right? I'm not going to try to get political where if I can help it, but we do have the 7 of Cups, as we know. So there's illusion. Some things trying to pass themselves off as things that they are not. And it confuses the sex. It confuses a lot of things. It takes opportunities away from women in particular. It's bad enough that we're having to fight for the right just to do it as we are, let alone have to fight another male in our space, in our sports, things of that nature. I don't care where you are on the issue. But yeah, these are the issues that are being discussed right now. So if that is your story, you will know. The head of the T-Rex is being sawed off here. And I'm seeing this shield on my penny here is a shield. You're being protected, or you need to. Something about... This is, I feel like, what you dealt with in the past. Maybe you're coming out of this. Your sun is face down. The sun pendant. I think you know right now also that drinking doesn't make you happy. It makes you out of touch with who you really are, because the sun is really about the self. The sun is the self. It confuses your light when you allow spirit to be interrupted. Something about interruption. Don't interrupt. There's a lot of interruption here. Okay. The sun is face down. The sun is identity. Okay? We're confused about that. We are confused about that, literally. About our X and Y chromosomes. So I have a male here, a man, who is confused about his sexual orientation. Or identity. Or whatever you want to call it. Please, if you're not this person, don't resonate. This is the energy I'm picking up on. It does not have to fit you. This is what I see. Okay? Why is the energy landing on my table, though? That's the answer I want to know. That's the question I have. I want to know, because I want to help you understand it for yourself, if I'm able. Because there is always a message here for you, in some way. Why did you find this reading? Well, that's what we're here to find out. Okay. Very wise, although my little owl's upside down. Could be seeing owls, working with owls. Could be working with certain goddesses right now, like Athena, Minerva, goddesses of wisdom. But you're wise. You're very wise. You need to know that. But you haven't known it. In fact, it was upside down, so it almost makes me feel like you don't feel like you made a wise choice about something. Your life raft buoy is passion. Passion. Feeling major sacral and solar energy here, right? Our passion. And it was attached to this fortune cookie that's upside down. I mean, obviously the fortune cookie is good luck, right? It even says so. But it was face down in my bowl here. I think you're being advised to cut off this predator. Or maybe you sense something. You sense something about a person. This does not have to be you. There's someone here, though, that you feel or sense is around that could be that their energy's off. Their energy's off. They don't even know who they are. They're confused, right? Anyway, they're confused. They don't know who they are. And they change their mind. Flip-flop from one second to the next. And there's decisions that they make that they regret later. Take it off the sexual orientation, all that jazz. There's someone here who regrets the decisions that they've made. And you want to know how to transmute this for the highest good. Okay? You really do. You really do. And I feel it has to do not just for you, but maybe even for children here. You can see a sign of a T-Rex. A king, an apex predator, a king. You're cutting his head off with teeth. A saw is teeth, right? Serrated edge. Jagged edge. Jagged edge. This person carries knives. Whoever you are, you like to carry knives with you. Pocket knives. Things of that nature. You feel attached to your weapons, I feel the need to say. You have your whole life, and I feel like I don't necessarily know if you have to use them. Maybe some of you do. Maybe you're military, or maybe this is who you are. I don't know. You found this reading, though. So what are you observing? Were you observing your next target? But then you found something out, and so you pulled back. You disengaged the moment you found something out. Or you didn't. You didn't trust your gut. So you resent the female sex because you did something, right? Took advantage of something or someone, or this happened to you again. I'm describing the energy in the first person. This person took advantage of someone. You didn't assess the situation all the way through. You regret the decision you made now. But why? Why? Why now? Is what I feel like you're asking. Let's read you a shaman's dream. I'm going to read you the 7, if I can find it. Number 7. Take a deep breath. There it is. Whoa. You have a contract. You have a sacred contract to fulfill. That's could even be from a past life. You're here to fulfill it. For whatever reason, this person, if this happened to you, and the person is reflecting on the decision they made, it's because they agreed to adjust this karma for their lives. They agreed to it before they ever got here, okay? This was the choice they made to clear this karma. Okay? So did you, by the way. Alright. Commitment. Sacred contract. The greater good. You are being invited now by the universe to enter into a sacred contract. The covenant card may also be a call to recognize that an ancient agreement you made with spirit needs to be renewed. Or canceled and torn up. Is an opportunity showing up right now that is full of promise, but you are unable to sign and seal the deal and commit to it? 7 of Cups. Pulling back at the last minute. The reason is that it needs to be elevated to a sacred covenant. A covenant must be founded on the truth. Not your truth, or his truth, or her truth, but a greater truth. That takes the destiny of all into account. The covenant is not about your agenda only. Spirit must be invited to come to the table as a guarantor of the good faith of all, and to ensure that the direction you are embarking in will be for the greater good. It's important that you understand what you're signing up for. Be sure to read the fine print so as to not commit to something you will soon regret, or that will compromise your integrity. Do not hesitate to put all your own cards on the table so that your motives and desires are transparent and nothing is left in the darkness. When shadow elements remain hidden, the covenant breaks down and becomes a contract with an unspoken dark side that is inevitably fulfilled. Especially when you break the covenants to yourself, you are automatically fulfilling a self-prophecy, self-fulfilling prophecy. When you break covenants to yourself, what is the number one covenant? Our identity. Identity. I don't know that I'm giving you an answer today. All I know is there's a decision I think you know you need to make. You can do this. I'm sending you so much love. I hope there was messages for you here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome. Alright, guys, so you have chosen the energy of the 7 of Swords. Hey! Oh, just a bunch of dirty, rotten liars and thieves out there, aren't you? Kidding. Kidding. Lighten up. Lighten up, guys. Alright. You definitely could have some wit about you. You make light of your situations. Also, In this particular Seven of Swords, it's very much about having strategy. So I'm going to give you a strategy at the end of this little reading of yours. This is Hestia, Goddess Hestia, coming to warn Menelaus at Troy about the oncoming war, right, with the Trojans. Yep. Okay. So you're a bringer of warning, and this technically also the Seven of Swords in the traditional sense is about someone removing the weapons of their enemies, right? Hestia is also a fortune teller. She foretells the future. So if you're a true high priestess watching, a lot of times you may foretell things that not a lot of people like to hear. Sometimes. They want your opinion, they want your truth, but it's also like they want you to lie to them as well. They want you to bend the truth in a way that they can be comfortable hearing it, not necessarily the way it needs to come out. That's not what you do, though. You tell the truth. Raw, unfiltered. The truth. Okay? Even if people don't like to hear it. And most of the time they don't. That's the truth. Okay? So you're a bringer of wise counsel, even when no one wants to hear it. Hestia. Hestia. You could have a name like that, or something like that. Maybe have H in your name. Hestia. Or you could be fascinated with maybe Greek, Roman mythology right now, or this is the Circe? Okay, Circe? Yeah. Okay. Let's pull some charms. So, you've got a secret, or you're revealing, you're foretelling, you're warning. You could be having some stomach issues. Okay. It ties your stomach in knots, this news or this thing that you have to do, or that's happening around you. It's making you nervous. It's kind of tightening your stomach. Really nasty. This will pass, by the way. If you've been having any stomach pain or things of that nature, this will pass. Where to begin with you? So much. Okay, well, you have 3 animals: an elephant, a dolphin, and a ladybug. The elephant, dolphin, and the ladybug. Good luck. If you're planning on traveling or moving, this is fortunate for you. Also, something you're getting ready to do is what you do for work. Could even work in like media arts, film, etc. This will be very, 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 very lucky for you. Okay? Something you're wanting to do. You're also consulting, really going in with your intuition to question if this is something you still want to do. Okay? Or something about being seen or not being seen, hiding. You definitely could have a platform of some kind, or you could be a fellow tarot reader. You don't have to, you could just work on YouTube in whatever capacity. There's something about you working behind the scenes, though. You feel safer back there. Safe. You also have my safe key. And you have my penny. Heads up on this penny. Lincoln, 2012 could be significant. Blessed day. Something you do on a particular day is going to be very blessed. It could even be right now. If you're doing this right now, it will be very blessed. Okay? Blessed. Something is unlocked. Unlocked with the unlocked lock here. And my diamond belly button ring was kind of going in it, which makes me think of fertile issue. If you could be very fertile right now. Very fertile right now. But a diamond, maybe you are a diamond. So you've born under very rough conditions. You've had it rough, so to speak. And you're unlocking, though. You're implanting yourself, or an idea is being implanted in you by the universe. That's going to be very fruitful for you. Keep it safe is what I'm hearing. Okay. Keep it safe. You will. You've got two heads up pennies. Two. Could even be two opportunities. An opportunity for work. Number 4, you have number 4. You're going to be busy because with 2 pennies here, you're juggling, and juggling is making a decision. You could be traveling back and forth. And in pre-shuffle, I was seeing the Chariot a lot. I pulled the Chariot out of 2 different decks. So I definitely know we're dealing with the energy of the 7 today on the 7-7 portal. But again, the Chariot is your forward movement and ascension. But it's something about travel. Maybe you travel for work as well. You also have believe in yourself in this adventure. And also the pennies, the heads are both faced that way. They're both facing that way, to the past or the future. So 2 things, in fact, that you did from the past are going to be being brought back into balance. It's time, I feel like telling you. I'm really drawn to my 4-leaf clover that is staring at me inside of the bowl. Also, we have the sun behind these pennies. You could, if you're traveling, maybe you live in the east and you're moving to the west, or something about the sun was face down. Maybe you're traveling from the west to the east, that sort of thing. Maybe you're relocating. You could be relocating. And you're trying to be strategic and planning and how and when, and you're putting things together. So you've got a lot of balls up in the air, so to speak, right now. You've got a lot going on. You're busy, or you will be very soon, okay? The sun. You also have my solar plexus ring, diamond ring, oval ring, the yellow diamond, solar plexus. Okay. Finally, you have my camera. It's also face down. So again, I feel like this idea, this thing that you did from a long time ago is resurfacing. Pardon me, I have to adjust my AC real fast. Sorry for that interruption, guys. That's partly a channeled message, though. I feel like something from the past got interrupted. It could also be with your presence, your online presence. Some of you are going to be redoing your online presence. You could be seeing like web development, pictures. You're going to be taking pictures, or something about the way you look in the past isn't the way you look now. You're concerned about an image. It's like you want to be seen and not seen at the same time. So maybe you want to work undercover, you want your work to be out there, but you don't necessarily want to be the face of it. You prefer working behind the scenes, and you will have more opportunities to do so. If that's what you wish. 4 is lucky for you right now. Number 4. I think I said that already. Okay, use your intuition. You're in the right direction. I want to read a wise fool for you. Something you did got interrupted for a while. Maybe even a couple times. I almost feel like you saying, I'm on the last leg, I need to just do this one final thing, and then I'm good, you know? And I'm in the clear. This one final thing I need to do, and then I'm good. Alright, we're going to give you a strategy. Since you have the 7 of Swords, we're going to ask a wise fool for a strategy. A strategy moving forward for you. For pile number 3, please. Got 2 things, 2 opportunities, 2 things from the past that did not come through to fruition are about to be blessed for you. Now is the time. Okay. It also with migration, I see the elephant there, that often speaks to me of migration. So again, like web development, not only travel, but like web development, things of that nature. Like migrating a platform. Dolphins could be significant for you as well. Your intuition. For pile 3. What is the strategy, please, for pile 3? Use an old guiding star. Look at that. Can't make up energy. I'm trying to tell you something you guys did from the past, a dream, something is paying off for you now. With the Big Dipper, maybe you will see the Big Dipper. Looking at the Big Dipper. 4 and 3 is 7. So, we have a number 7 card. And for the oracles, I have been reading the 7 energy. So, how interesting. You have a 7. I'm not surprised. And I kind of don't feel like you will be. Like when you step into your power like this, and your authenticity like this, you shouldn't be surprised when your manifestations come through. Because, of course, they would. Of course. Alright, Polaris is our North Star. The one around which all other stars appear to rotate. But Polaris's role as the night sky's center isn't fixed. As the Earth rotates on its axis, it also wobbles like a spinning top. Over a 26,000-year cycle, the Earth's axis draws a ring around the northern sky. A ring. Like a star, like the sun. It doesn't stay in the same place. In a diamond, right? And any star along the ring gets a turn in the North Star, as the North Star. Got it. From 4000 BC until 1800 BC, Thuban, a star in the constellation Draco, was the guiding light the ancients used to find true north. The Egyptians used Thuban to align the Great Pyramid of Giza. Neolithic British tribes used it to lay out the Stonehenge. And early Babylonian astronomers used records from a Thuban-centered night sky to create their highly accurate calendar. But nothing lasts forever. Due to the Earth's wobble cycle, Thuban has drifted away from the north and will move nearly 47 degrees away from it by the year AD 10,000. But here's the fascinating part. Thuban will start working its way north, and by AD 20,300, it will once again be the Earth's North Star. Thuban's movement from central importance to obscurity is back is a useful metaphor that can be applied to our lives. So in other words, you might be switching places with someone or handing off the reins to someone else, or someone could be handing the reins to you. In other words, there's something about, we have our day in the sun, right? Our day or days in the sun, a time to shine. Right now, we're all being guided by one North Star. Technically, that's Thuban, right? Polaris or Thuban. But are we all guided by the same North Star? And also, there's a dynasty, there's a reign, there's a time for us to worship or to be guided by one person. Could even be a parent, could be something like that, a religious belief, whatever it is, whatever the North Star represents. You are in your true north, by the way, and those are more than likely for those of you who are acting from your North Star. You might even have noticed that you shifted more into your North Star position polarity itself. You're doing more readings on your North Star, on your North Node, etc., because you're acting from this position now. You're at a time in your life where this is true for you. And at one point you were guided by whatever. Okay, at one point you were spending a good majority of your time clearing your South Node, right? Clearing the old sun out, the old sun energy. You were serving time, doing karma, so to speak, clearing that energy. Now you've probably noticed the shift into your North Node, and you're acting from this place again. And you will for a set amount of time until it's time for you to change again. So, and that is humanity. That is the universe. That is how we all operate. So trust that you're being guided by your true north right now. Okay? And also, maybe you're using an old guiding star, something you used to believe in, as a way to rebalance yourself into what it is you used to do and love. So, collective. Maybe rediscovering your why is important right now. Understanding why you love to do what it is you love to do. Or be. Or not be. Whatever. Something from the past is going to inspire you, if it hasn't already. I feel like it has for many of you. If you need a confirmation that you were on the right path, you are. You are simply by your choice. So, believe in yourself. Even if you're juggling multiple things. That's all I have for you. I hope you found messages here. I hope this was a good one for you. I'll see you next time, Pile 3. Please remember to like the video if anything does resonate with you here. And if you guys are real people watching, that will let me know for sure. Because bots are crazy and I don't want robots watching my stuff. I want real people. I want to engage with you guys. So it really helps when you guys like the videos, so that it helps to reach real people out there. Drop me a heart. Drop me a yellow heart or something if that's all you want to do, just to help boost the algorithm a little bit. Put these videos back into circulation, and that's true for you. Remember, if you've been in a state or situation in your life where nothing's coming to you, just remember, it's how you give too. How you show up to even readings, for any reader, by the way. Any video, if you were drawn there, share some energy, because more than likely there's something for you, and I'll pick up on it. More than likely. Or they will. Either way. Either way, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome. Welcome to your reading. Alright, guys. So you have chosen the energy of the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. Fire energy here. This is the in-between tarot, and it's the 7 into the 8 of Wands, technically. Now, this couple featured here is a couple. They are actually running away from the destruction that's behind them. They could also be running away from a problem that they have, okay? Maybe even something they caused, but they're doing it together. So it's almost like you're running together, despite the chaos. Or running together right into it. Take it as it see fits. You're doing this thing together. You're making the choice together to be... I just heard like Bonnie and Clyde. Like Bonnie and Clyde, you know? So, you're standing your ground. You're holding hands. I'm seeing purple flame, like a violet flame. You could be working with a violet flame right now for cleansing. Energy of the violet flame I'm seeing for you. Okay. You're doing this in secret too, in shadow. It's hidden. Could even be like subconscious fear of running. You do this subconsciously, or you have I don't know if you're trying to break this pattern yet, I said, so maybe that's significant, but there's something about staying power when you have that ability to stick through something no matter the choice that you've made, or sometimes you made the wrong choice and you need to own that, and you need to get up off it, if you know what I mean. And shake till you'll feel better. Get up off of that thing. Okay, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm having a little fun. Anyway. Maybe you guys like to dance or something, or you want to shake up your energy. You shake things up a little bit. You do. You're my movers and shakers out there. This could be just for my couples. I don't know. It's like whatever you do, though, you do it together. That's what I feel the need to tell you, or you will. There's also something about from their past, and interestingly enough, this doesn't happen all the time, but I guess I'll share. I was drawn to a situation from my past with one of my ex-lovers. And I was recalling a situation when we were young about wondering if we were at that maturity age to really make the decision we were guided to make. Obviously, we tried, it didn't work out, but we tried. And I was thinking, at the time I had a big choice in front of me about whether to really go through with dating this guy, and pursuing a relationship. And at the time, many people around were not in favor. They just weren't. They were not in favor of us being together. There was so much opposition thrown our way. And yet, we stood our ground, and we tried to make it work. On and off. For a very long time. That's personal, but there it is. I feel like you're sharing very personal things about yourself. And maybe you were up against a lot of opposition like that growing up, where even if the person was not ultimately who you were meant to be with, collective, there was something about your drive and your willingness and your staying power to, you knew who you were enough to make the decision, even if those around you didn't agree. Even if you did wind up going your separate ways. It's, at the time, you weren't going to be forced into a connection based on another person's viewpoint of who you were or they thought you were supposed to be. Maybe even someone tried to give you an ultimatum just to break you up or just to get you to stop. And maybe they were right at the time. Who knows? You certainly made a lot of mistakes in this relationship. Only speaking from experience, guys. Okay? You made a lot of mistakes in this connection, but I don't think you would have done it any differently. You wouldn't have denied yourself the experiences that you had, because you had some wonderful experiences, truly. Some wonderful times. And even though there was a lot of chaos, there was a lot of joy. There was a lot of joy in the chaos. Now, I feel like at a choice point, maybe. Do you stay? Do you stick this thing out? Do you have the will to go the distance? Like Hercules? Okay. These two are running. They're doing it together. And their flames are aimed at each other. Could even be your twin flame. It's going to be an individual choice. Let's see. You could be hearing, maybe you're hearing from this person. Maybe someone from your past is reaching out. The Seven of Wands, of course, it's about valor, right? It's about standing your ground and having a cause. And also it could be about spiritual protection. Maybe you feel like you were spiritually protected. It may not have felt like that at the time. Okay, I get you. It really may not have felt like you were protected in it, but you were. Despite what the outcome was of this connection. You had the connection you were meant to have with this person for a reason. It shaped who you are now. You know? So don't be mad at your ex. Thank your ex for where you are now. Okay? Lord. Okay? The future is bright. I've never wished ill on any past person, whether I've dated platonically or romantically, okay? Even if they've done me wrong, I don't wish ill. I've never wished ill on another person. Even when I know they've done me wrong. My cutoff game is strong. I will cut you off in a heartbeat. And you'll never hear from me again. And that's just my truth, guys. Okay? Alright? I live in that truth and I'm not ashamed of it. But I don't try to erase your contribution to my life. I would never do that. There's something about that. And that ring just attached itself right on my thumb again. Ooh. Faith. Your name could be Faith. Have faith. This is your year. The year of faith. Something you wished for. Something you wanted. Maybe even you tried to make this thing work. You're going to find this for you. A sincere wish I just heard of yours will be granted. Okay. Got a ring. Look at that. On my 3 rings here. Lord. You're very similar. Wow. You got a lot going on here. You're very... Oh my goodness. This is my love pile. I feel it. Anyway. You got my solar teardrop ring. Sun. On my thumb. Who else had a ring on the thumb? I want to say it was Pile 2? Pile 2? Maybe? Yeah. You got commitment coming. I also feel like your lover could be at a distance from you, for sure. You have 3 rings here. There could also have been third parties in your connection, for sure. But this one wants to stay. I feel like the commitment you made to yourself, your fire, your life path, connected on the thumb. The thumb is significant. The thumb is not a finger. It's not a finger, despite what they say. The thumb is not a finger. These are fingers. This is not a finger. It's a phalange. Phalange. The phalanges, okay? Alright. You are self-sufficient, self-working. You're coming out of a desert season, a dry spell in your life with the cactus here. You've been making it do on your own, honey. You're self-reliant in that regard. Okay. But also, I'm sorry, I got phalange, like phallic. I got a very phallic symbol with this cacti just now. I've never seen it like that. Okay. Anyway, someone's got you on the brain, or you have someone on the brain heavy. Okay, cool. And if you've been dry down there for a spell, anywhere, man or woman, I don't care, then I feel like that's changing for you. You've been self-reliant in many ways, right? Also, the cacti, because it lives in the desert, and it has to drill its roots way down deep in the earth to find those tap roots, right? That's what makes it self-sufficient. That's why I admire the energy of the cactus very much, because it always tells me that someone is self-reliant. That's who you are. And even when others around you lost hope, you believed in yourself enough to drill a well all the way down and find a source of water for yourself, to keep yourself alive. Also, we have a letter that fell on the side here. Q. Number 10. Q. Q. I just heard Star Trek. The Q. Maybe you are a Star Trek fan. Your season of rebirth of intimacy. You have passion here. My life raft buoy is passion and integrity. Integrity and passion. Whoever this person is, you could even have multiple suitors coming back or coming around, since we have multiple rings here. And all kings, because we have our apex predator here, T-Rex. Maybe you like Jurassic Park with this person. Maybe you went to see Jurassic Park with this person. This person's of integrity. They're a king, and they're standing inside of the integrity ring. This person is a king of integrity. You could be a person, a king yourself of integrity. Step into it as you see fit here. You're an apex predator. You are at the height of the food chain, right? You believe in yourself, even when others around you didn't, okay? Also, T-Rex, yes, he's a hunter, but mostly he's a scavenger, right? Most dinosaurs, carnivores were actually scavengers. Especially when they were in the desert, right? Like dry places, when there wasn't a lot of game, when the environment wasn't very fruitful. And it was kind of dog eat dog, right? But oftentimes, they would wait for something to die and then eat it versus expending their energy hunting, because, just wasted more energy if they had to hunt for their food rather than scavenge for their food. So even T-Rex occasionally had to scavenge for food. There's something about that. So something's felt dry, or maybe you don't have enough food for a while. You were in a place of starvation, or maybe you were a low income household. You could come from very meager means as well. Very meager means. So, that you were a king the whole time, man or woman, I don't care. This is what, again, why I wouldn't trade my past experiences and why you shouldn't either. I'm not saying I wish anything on you that was truly traumatic, not at all. But you understand what I'm saying. Because of your past experiences that have shaped you into who you are now, would I trade the knowledge that I've gained? No. No. Not at all. Or the experiences that I've had. I've had plenty. Wonderful experiences. In so many ways. With so many people. So, you got good luck coming. You are my secret holders. You have the key to the universe. My secret key. You receive secret messages. Or you will be receiving a secret communication here soon. You have my good luck 4-leaf clover attached to this 1 cent. The 1 cent, the penny with 1 cent on the reverse side. This penny is, wow, 1939. Gone with the Wind. That's immediately what I got. 1939 on this penny. This is an old penny. Probably need to not touch it as much. I need to preserve it a little better. 1939. This penny is almost 100 years old. That's incredible. 1939. Gone with the Wind, though, is what I just heard. Gone with the Wind came out in 1939. The film did, with Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh. And Vivian Leigh, Scarlett, she didn't know what she had, right? She had something incredible with Rhett, but she didn't realize it until it was too late. She was spoiled, and she was selfish. And she didn't know what she had until it was gone, or until it didn't want her anymore. Man or woman, apply this to your life, okay? Someone, either who treated you like this or who you treated like this, I think wants to reach out to you. That's one person, by the way. One person whom you had a connection with, that you're attached to. This is one storyline. Why do I feel like you're not really exactly going down memory lane to relive any of this, collective? Please note, I'm just painting energy for you so that you can identify if this is your story or not. Just remember. But what you didn't know is how lucky you were in this, okay? Or how lucky you were going to be from these experiences that you've had. Now, something you share together, or share a passion for with this old or new person. You have good luck twice. You have my fortune cookie right side up, and the 4-leaf clover, both right side up. Pile 4, you are about to be extremely blessed. Also, fortune cookies. You might go to visit a Chinese restaurant, or maybe you like food, like buffets, I'm seeing. Maybe you did with this person. You like option. You like, there's also something around eating with this person that I think they remember with you. Maybe you cook together. Maybe you do. Maybe you cook well. Or there was just time spent in each other's presence that was very nurturing. Very, very... It felt good. It just feels good. It feels good to talk to you again, is what I heard. This person really wants to talk to you. And I don't know necessarily they expect anything. I don't think they do. Would they wish for it? I'm sure they would, but they just want to talk to you again, to have the opportunity to speak and maybe express how they feel, maybe get some things off their chest, maybe just be in your presence. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Even if you do, I don't think you can go wrong here. You have my moon ring as well. You both have a pure heart. And I'm reading it kind of as two people because we have two people here. If anything, maybe your paths are kind of similar. You have a similar history, even if it didn't work out. And even if you have memories together because of my rose locket. Passionate memories, I might add. Also, you two like to frequent bars together. You have my Jillian's coin. Jillian's. Memories, you could go definitely, you could work in the bar industry, bartenders, etc. And you have memories with this person with the rose locket here. Memories, fond memories. This also person probably looks at your pictures a lot. Or they watch you on social media. They probably watch you under fake accounts, that sort of thing. I know they don't think you know, but you know, and you've known for a very long time, by the way. In fact, there are multiple people who you know that watch you in this manner. So, and you've known for a very long time. Okay? You are my kind of people, though, that I'm hearing that phrase, better the devil you know than the devil you don't. I'm also hearing like to keep your enemies, your friends close and your enemies closer, that sort of thing. So you're the kind of person who will oftentimes allow people to lie to you to your face because sometimes you want to see how far they're willing to go with the lie. Okay? Now, you were presented a tower with this person from the past. It's not upright. It's on its side. The tower. You've had a tower with this person. Okay? And a love tower, because this is all France. And I know that for a fact. The energy of France is here. You might be related to my musketeers because you have my fleur-de-lis. In reverse, though. In reverse. There was betrayal. And I'm seeing that scene from the Three Musketeers, the Disney version, of course. Where D'Artagnan, he's uncovering the fleur-de-lis on Rebecca de Mornay's shoulder, and it's there. But he's recalling the story he heard from Athos about his wife, Athos's wife, who was branded with the fleur-de-lis, and it's a mark of betrayal. It's a mark of a traitor. So, if you're branded with the fleur-de-lis, it's technically the mark of a traitor. So, you could be a spy, and that's also why I'm noting a lot of secrecy in this pile, because this person knows that they betrayed you. This person knows that they kept a lot of secrets from you. And even the ones you're aware of don't amount. Let's just multiply this by 10, okay? Like, the betrayals that you're aware of, multiply that by 10. That's probably how many there really are. Okay? Indiscretions, transgressions, times they've spoken against you, times they've slandered you, or times they've misrepresented you, or caused, maybe even some of you caused you harm. Why is it important, though, for you to know about this energy? Or to know about this person who wants to return into your life? Are you receiving good karma? Do you want another chance with this person? It's here if you want it. They certainly want you. Or are you asking now in the 7/7 portal to clear this energy so that you can have a future for yourself? You deserve it. And so do they, by the way. They deserve it. That's what I feel about many of you. You're willing to extend courtesy and even forgiveness to people who don't deserve it from you, frankly. But you don't. Remember, forgiveness is not about the other person as much as it is for you. It's for your healing to move forward. Because you deserve passion. You deserve true love. You do. And even if you only knew it with this person for a while, that's not to say you won't find it with someone else. Many of you have. Many of you are about to. So, move forward, I say. You have the horse. Running, galloping, taking action. Your person could be born in the year of the horse. This horse is moving. You're taking action. You're moving forward. Even if what you thought you wanted with this person isn't what ultimately you do, or they don't, you know. It's okay. You shared a life lesson. You've birthed energy. Some of you have even had children with this person. There's the staying power. Are they willing to stay in the same way that you are? Or stand their ground? I don't know. Let's read you an oracle for Doreen Virtue to help move you forward in this energy on the 7-7 portal. Spirit, show us. Yeah, cutting cords. Asking Archangel Michael to come in and cut the cords to these ties, to these past connections. The 7 is experience, guys. 7s are about experience. Solar plexus chakra, and you pulled a lot of solar plexus energy here. All the piles did, if I'm really being honest. All the piles pulled a lot of solar plexus energy. Your powerhouse, your core, your stomach, at your foundation, at your beliefs, your potential, your willpower to move forward despite what you've been through. You are a king and you're standing in your integrity, okay? Integrity has been your life raft buoy this entire time. Pile 4, please. What do they need to know the most for their highest and greatest good? For pile 4. Thank you. Ooh. Heal away addictions. This photo always reminds me of, it's a drawing I no longer have anymore. It's beautiful, of a beautiful Native American woman holding a bowl, just like this, over the river, and it kept going on and on and on. So there's a cycle you've maybe even repeated more than once, but you're healing this. You maybe had several cycles with this person, but you're healing. I'm also seeing something cut in half. It could be like a fruit, and you're examining the inside at the core. What's at the core of this? It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. So you're cutting off some maybe an addictive cycle to this person or to this thing that you've been in that's going to help you release. Okay? You've been in an addictive cycle with this person. You've known what that is. The question is, do you want more for yourself than what you're willing to allow yourself to have right now? Because you deserve more. I see it clearly. You deserve way more than this person is prepared to give you. And that's okay. They are where they are. This card comes to you to validate what you already know. It's time to let go of addictive behaviors, and they're interfering with your health, happiness, and life purpose. The angels ask you to be very honest with yourself and admit that these addictions are wasting your time, robbing you of energy and confidence, and blocking the answers to your prayers. Fortunately, the angels will support you through every step of healing away cravings and other addictive tendencies. It begins with your making a clear decision to let go, to let the addiction or addictions go. Weigh the pluses and minuses of the addictive behavior. Once you're emotionally ready to release it, do the following. Go to a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Then say silently or aloud, Archangel Raphael, I call upon you now. Think of what you'd like to release. It could include destructive patterns, compulsive behaviors, toxic relationships, and unhelpful or unhealthy cravings. Imagine these addictions or a symbol of them sitting on your lap or upper legs. You might see or feel the addictions, and you may also sense how they're attached to your stomach, solar plexus. Okay. And with tangled cords and webs and roots. Breathe deeply while saying, Archangel Raphael, I'm now ready to release these former addictions to you and heaven. Please cut all the roots, cords, and webs attached to these addictions and lift them to the light for transmutation and healing. Archangel Raphael, I'm now ready to release these former addictions to you and heaven. Please cut all the cords, roots, and webs attached to these addictions and lift them to the light for transmutation and healing. Archangel Raphael, I'm now ready to release these former addictions to you and heaven. Please cut all of the roots, cords, and webs attached to these addictions and lift them to the light for transmutation and healing. You might be seeing spiders as well. 10 is the end. You're done, and you're ready to move forward into a better version of you for the highest good. Pile 4, I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope there was a message for you here. Thank you for joining me on the 7-7 portal. I'm wishing you so much love, happiness, and abundance as you move forward in your journey. You deserve love, and it's coming for you. Please know that. Or you're coming for it. Either way, go for it. Keep going. I love you all. Thank you so much. Please remember to like the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Support your girl. You know I want to hear from you. And if you're a real person, drop me a heart. Drop me a yellow heart in the comments. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Take care.